my support of my husband, being ready, and keeping everything at home going, keeping everything stable.
Military music at Navy Band Great Lakes has a long, rich history. The first musician, a bugler, arrived in 1908 to the then new Naval Training Center, and the band was officially established in 1911 when the first recruits arrived for training. During World War I, the illustrious John Philip Sousa led the band as he trained more than 1,500 musicians for the Navy. Today's members carry on that noble tradition in the spirit of their motto, pride in service. With a wide range of performing ensembles, this talented group of professional military musicians appear in hundreds of parade, concert, school, public, and recruiting performances throughout its 11-state area each year as the Navy's ambassadors to the Midwest. The Commander, Naval Service Training Command, Admiral Stephen C. Evans, is proud to present the men and women of Navy Band Great Lakes. drum major for today's concert is musician first class Justin Glenn. And conducting Navy Band Great Lakes is musician first class Jesse Carmona. Another acknowledgement, please, for their outstanding performance this morning. Here is a special announcement for the guests of graduating Division 921. Your performers will need a few extra moments to return their equipment following the ceremony. After Liberty has been called, we recommend that the guests of Division 921 wait in your bleacher area, and your graduates will join you there shortly. Your patience is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Your sailors have not been permitted to smoke during training and are not permitted to do so while on weekend liberty. Regardless of their age, they are also prohibited from driving vehicles or consuming alcohol during liberty. Graduates who violate these rules will have the remainder of their liberty revoked and will incur a setback in training. Please support your graduates in meeting these important requirements so you and the Navy's newest sailors may share a safe and enjoyable weekend here in Chicagoland. The parade of graduates is underway and will arrive at Midway Ceremonial Hall in just a few moments. Please make sure that all personal items are clear of the aisles and the drill deck. Guests in the balcony are reminded that standing along the rail is prohibited for the remainder of the ceremony. We know that your sailors will have many wonderful and amazing stories for you about their boot camp experience. However, at this time, we offer some video evidence that reveals our side of the story.
Good morning. I'm Rear Admiral Stephen Evans, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, and I welcome you to Naval Station Great Lakes and Recruit Training Command for Recruit Graduation. While this occasion is a chance for you to celebrate your loved one's graduation from our Navy's only boot camp, it is also a celebration of your impact on them as well. Throughout our nation's history, the steadfast support of military families has always been a source of inspiration to all who serve. Your sons, daughters, wives, husbands, and friends had other options than volunteering to serve their country, yet they chose this path. And I join a grateful nation in saying thank you. None who serve stand alone, and the young men and women who graduate today owe much of their current and future success to family and the outstanding support you provide. I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you who do so much for our Navy family. You are true patriots in so many ways, and your support makes a tremendous difference. You define us, you sustain us, you encourage and reinforce us. So enjoy today's graduation and take pride in this special occasion. I can assure you that this is a day you and our Navy's newest sailors will never forget. Again, my most profound thanks for your support and my most sincere welcome to our Navy family. Welcome aboard.
As the parade of graduates approaches, we salute the states and territories whose sons and daughters will graduate today.
Delaware,
Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts,
Maryland,
South Carolina,
New Hampshire,
Virginia, New York,
North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont,
Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana,
Mississippi,
Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri,
Arkansas, Michigan,
Florida, Texas, Iowa, Wisconsin,
California, Minnesota,
Oregon, Kansas, West Virginia, Nevada, Nebraska,
Colorado, North Dakota,
South Dakota, Montana, Washington,
Idaho,
Wyoming, Utah,
Oklahoma,
New Mexico, Arizona,
Alaska,
Hawaii, District of Columbia, Puerto Rico,
Guam,
American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, Virgin Islands,
state flags, order, arms. And now we invite you to join the staff of Recruit Training Command in welcoming the graduating divisions with your applause as they enter Midway Ceremonial Hall and are announced in the following order.
Please welcome Division 137. Division 1, 3-8. Division 1, 3-9. Division 1, 4-0. Division 1, 4-1. Division 1, 4-2. Division 1, 4-3. Division 1, 4-4. Division 8, 1-1. Today's graduating performing unit is Division 921. Division 921 provides the recruit choir, drill team, and band for today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you. Divisions, right, face. Section leaders, fall out and collect outer garments. Divisions, forward, counter, march. Divisions, halt.
Prepare for review. At a normal interval, dress left, dress. Ready, right, left, face. At a close interval, dress right, dress. Ready, right, right, face. Parade, rest.
May I have your attention, please? For the remainder of the review, no one will be permitted to pass in front of the review stand. And we ask this as a courtesy to our reviewing officer. Photography is certainly encouraged, but we ask that you remain seated and off the drill deck. The photographers you will see on deck throughout the review are the official photographers of Recruit Training Command. Division commanders, left or right, face, parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Dewan Wilcher, Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. Today, you will see 10 divisions comprised of 699 sailors participate in their graduation ceremony and soon join the most powerful Navy in the world. The unit positioned at center deck is the Review Commander and staff. The Review Commander is responsible for conducting the graduation ceremony. Today's Review Commander is Seaman Recruit Austin Allard from Phoenix, Arizona. Performing and graduating today is the Triple Threat Unit on their 8th and final week of training, the Staff Unit on their 7th week of training, and the State Flags Unit on their 6th week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. During their night of arrival, all recruits are placed into divisions of 88 personnel and assigned their division commanders. Recruit division commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. Division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. Each division also has a recruit chief petty officer. This is the senior recruit who supervises the divisional staff positions and leads the division in the absence of their division commanders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions, their division commanders, and recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division, they will raise the competitive flags that they have earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will also be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. I will be starting from their right. Division 1, 3, 7. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Gabriel Alcane. Petty Officer First Class Manuel Cecilio. Petty Officer First Class Nadia Morales. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Kilumoku Kane from Maricopa, Arizona. Division 1, 3, 8. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Tabitha Miller. Petty Officer First Class Gary Taylor. Petty Officer Second Class Chad Byrne. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Sean Pierman from Cumming, Georgia. Division 1, 3, 9. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Gerard Collins. Petty Officer First Class Trayvon McCarlin. Petty Officer Second Class Brandon Fulton. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Samuel Vaporil from Aurora, Colorado. Division 1, 4, 0. Commanded by Petty Officer First Class Daniel Dorsey. Petty Officer First Class William Owens. Petty Officer First Class Cody Martinez. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Yvonne Kleenan from Las Vegas, Nevada. Division 1, 4, 1. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Donnell Rogers. Petty Officer First Class Sophia Forsyth. Petty Officer First Class Enrico Colantes. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Allie Greener from Trophy Club, Texas. Division 1, 4, 2. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Ardenia Mason. Petty Officer First Class LaTravelis Williams. Petty Officer First Class Kenneth Kirkconnell. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Senior Recruit Kalissa Menor from Butler, Pennsylvania. Division 1, 4, 3. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Matthew Willing. Petty Officer First Class Alexis Diaz. Petty Officer First Class Aaron Brenner. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Devin Polins from Mulberry, Florida. Division 1, 4, 4. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Lee Chmielewski. Petty Officer First Class Max Rivero. Petty Officer Second Class Philip Armstead. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Christopher John Rivera from St. Charles, Missouri. Division 8, 1, 1. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Sherry-Ann Hayase. Petty Officer First Class James Speakerman. Petty Officer First Class Michael Wakefield. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Brandon Bewer from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Division 9, 2, 1. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Brian Parker. Petty Officer First Class Shannon Dawkins. Petty Officer Second Class Joseph Perry. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Samantha Ventolieri from Portland, Maine. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of Recruit Training Command, we congratulate these division commanders and Recruit Chief Petty Officers on a job well done. In a moment, you will see the ceremonial side boys, bosun and honor guard, take their places for arrival honors. This time-honored tradition is our formal greeting to this morning's reviewing officer. When requested by the announcer, please stand for the arrival honors, marching on of the colors, the national anthem, and the invocation. Military guests shall remain covered throughout the entire graduation ceremony. And ladies and gentlemen, one final note. As befitting the importance of this occasion, our ceremony is conducted in a formal manner. However, we do encourage you to participate in today's graduation ceremony by letting your applause show your sailors just how proud of them you are. Once again, welcome aboard.
Divisions! Attention!
Will the guests please rise and remain standing for the arrival of the official party? Commander, United States Navy, arriving.
Order! Arms!
Deputy Commander, Naval Service Training Command, arriving.
Order! Arms!
Naval Reserve, Officer Training Corps, Purdue University, arriving.
Order! Arms!
The guests may be seated.
Good morning, Captain. Honor Guard standing by for inspection, sir. Very well. Inspection off! Color guard, parade the colors.
Will the guests please rise? Hand salute.
Order! On! Retire the colors!
Hand salute. Ready, 2. Chaplain Freebull will offer this morning's invocation.
Let us pray. God, we thank you for giving us these sailors who stand before us today, willing to defend our freedoms and democracy that we so much enjoy here in the United States. God, we pray that you would go before them with wisdom to guide them into which battles to fight and grant them victory and success as they go. God, we pray that you would stand behind them and grant them safety and security, that they might return home quickly to be with their families and loved ones once again. God, we thank you so much for their dedication and willingness to be here these past 8 weeks and the success that you have already granted. We thank you for the support of their families and loved ones who have encouraged them and supported them for so many years. And God, we ask more than anything that you would hear our prayers. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bound the restless wave, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own abode.
Our guests may be seated. At this point, the commanding officer would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Then the unit commanders would face about and relay the information to their divisions. Today's events demonstrate how orders are passed through the chain of command.
Divisions! Report! Very well. 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 All division prayers are accounted for, sir. Very well. The sailors creed. Good morning, Commander. I present the graduating divisions. First permission to commence the review.
Very well. Commence the review.
Aye, aye, sir. Sound off!
fields of the place. I am the warm Pacific rays. I am the city by the bay. I am the Southwest burning sand. I am New England's forest land. I am the light of liberty. I am as far as you can see.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain.
For purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
right, face. Warriors reporting, sir.
Very well. Good morning. I'm Commander Richard Huth, Executive Officer of Recruit Training Command. I welcome you to this morning's recruit graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the Navy starts. Division 921 graduates today. They are the triple threat unit providing recruit choir, drill team, and band. Let's give them a hand for their outstanding performance. Welcome to our reviewing officer, Captain Rod Hutton, Commanding Officer, Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, Purdue University. Our guest of honor, Commander Ryan Stoddard, Commanding Officer, Fleet Air Reconnaissance Squadron 4. Our special guest, Mr. Cecil Crick, Jr., National Commandant, Navy Club, USA. And Captain Robert Fink, Deputy Commander, Naval Service Training Command. Welcome also to the Honorable Leon Rockingham, Jr., Mayor of North Chicago, and all of the North Chicago officials visiting us today. I would also like to welcome and recognize the veterans in our audience for their service to our country. Would our veterans please stand? I'm pleased to welcome the families and friends of these graduates who have come here today to share this significant milestone with our newest sailors. Your Navy continues to be manned by top quality sailors like those whom you see before you. They and others like them are absolutely critical to maintaining the readiness of our naval forces and the security of our nation. These sailors have successfully completed battle stations and have earned the right to wear the uniform recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom. This training group is ready to graduate and serve in the world's most powerful Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 699 of the newest and sharpest sailors in the United States Navy.
Recruit Training Command's competitive system among individual recruits and divisions promotes teamwork, attention to detail, and pride in accomplishment. Divisions performing above standards throughout their training are awarded recognition flags in the following mission areas: academic achievement, military drill, compartment readiness, and physical fitness. These flags are carried as a visible symbol of the division's success. Each flag indicates that your sailors, individually and as teams, met performance standards in one or more mission areas. Throughout the fleet, the Navy awards the Battle E for sustained superior performance and continuous readiness in an operational environment. This demands excellence and superior achievement throughout a competitive period. A training group that excels in every phase of training qualifies for the Battle Efficiency Honor Training Group recognition and is awarded the Battle E Honor Flag for this exemplary achievement. Training Group 21 has earned this honor today, and we congratulate these sailors on a job exceptionally well done.
Parade! Rest!
Captain Hutton will now present this week's individual awards, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our Executive Officer, Commander Huth, and our guest of honor, Commander Stoddard, and today's special guest, Mr. Crick. For achieving the highest overall academic score during recruit training, Seaman Recruit Franklin Duke, Division 144 from Denver, Colorado, has earned the Academic Excellence Award, which is sponsored by the Lake Defiance chapter of the Illinois Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Seaman Recruit Duke receives a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. for having displayed extraordinary qualities best expressing the American spirit of honor, initiative, and loyalty. Seaman Recruit Leah Alstad, Division 138 from Madison, Wisconsin, is awarded the Navy League Award, which is sponsored by the Navy League of the United States. Seaman Recruit Alstad is presented with a commemorative plaque and a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Christian Kanate, Division 139 from Honolulu, Hawaii, is a winner of the United Service Organization Award for best exemplifying the spirit and intent of the word shipmate. Seaman Recruit Kanate is given a commemorative plaque from the United Service Organization. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Michael Friend, Division 811 from Richmond, Virginia, is a recipient of the Military Order of the World Wars Award of Merit. This award is presented for meritorious performance during recruit training. Seaman Recruit Friend is presented with a commemorative plaque from the Military Order of the World Wars. Well done, sailor. The Military Officers Association Leadership Award is presented to Seaman Recruit Alyssa Bedell, Division 138 from Ocala, Florida, for demonstrating exceptional tenacity and professionalism. Seaman Recruit Bedell is awarded a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Dwight Rogers, Division 139 from Spartanburg, South Carolina, is a recipient of the Navy Club of the United States of America Military Excellence Award for best exemplifying the qualities of enthusiasm, devotion to duty, military bearing, and teamwork. This award places him at the pinnacle of today's newest sailors. He is awarded a flag letter of commendation. Seaman Recruit Rogers, the staff of Recruit Training Command, salutes you as the finest of this group of graduates. Well done, sailor.
Divisions! Attention!
It is appropriate to recognize such outstanding individual accomplishments by these sailors with a round of 3 cheers. The adjutant will lead all graduating divisions in 3 cheers for this morning's award winners.
Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip!
I have the distinct pleasure this morning of introducing our reviewing officer, Captain Rod Hutton. As Commanding Officer, Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, Purdue University, he's responsible for educating and training qualified young men and women for service as commissioned officers in the Navy's unrestricted line communities, Navy Nurse Corps, and the Marine Corps. As the largest single source of Navy and Marine Corps officers, the NROTC Scholarship Program plays an important role in preparing mature young men and women for leadership and management positions in an increasingly technical Navy and the Marine Corps. Graduating from the University of Minnesota in 1988, commissioned through the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, and entering the submarine service, Captain Hutton has led in many capacities, including Executive Officer, USS Honolulu, and Commanding Officer, USS Georgia. Ashore, as Commanding Officer, Trident Training Facility, he led a staff of 165 instructors supporting over 3,000 sailors through team training, fleet training, and initial pipeline training for new submariners, as well as leading the Enlisted Women in Submarines Task Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm Recruit Training Command welcome to an outstanding submariner, Captain Rod Hutton.
Good morning and welcome to all of our distinguished guests. Most importantly, our family, our friends that have come to join us from so far away today. It's a great privilege to join you on this day and to welcome these young men and women as sailors into our Navy, the world's finest Navy. But I thank each and every one of you because you helped establish the foundation. But as you reunite and spend time with them today, I think you're going to find them strengthened and changed as well. You helped shape them into the person who wanted to stand up for their country, who understands our core values, had the drive to overcome all the challenges that they came through to stand here today. We welcome all of you into our Navy family as well. To our sailors standing here, congratulations on your accomplishments. You have taken the first step on what will be an exciting journey. A journey that will take you places you couldn't have imagined. You're joining a Navy today that stands head and shoulders above its adversaries. Capabilities beyond what we could have imagined even years ago. You'll be taking the fight to the enemy in our newest platforms, including DDG-1000, the Ford-class aircraft carrier, launching Joint Strike Fighter and unmanned aerial vehicles, diving to the depths of the ocean in the Virginia-class submarine, and our next class of ballistic missile submarine, the Ohio replacement. But let me get one thing clear. None of that technology can win the fight that we are in for. Sailor, you, each of you, you are the fuel that drives those ships. You are the fuel that flies those planes. You are United States sailors. Now, there's some that may look at today's date and say it's April 1st. Try and rib you. Try and make some type of a joke upon it. But let me assure you, the fool is our enemy who takes you lightly. The fool is our adversary who doesn't understand the honor, the courage, and the commitment that you bring to the fight. Today, not just as a Navy captain, but also as a fellow American, I'd like to thank you for your service that you begin today and will carry for a long time. Thomas Aquinas once said, if the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he'd keep it in port forever. That's not what ships are for. That's not what sailors are for. So it's time to get underway. Congratulations to you all.
Drummers, post!
Captain Hutton will now receive the salute of the graduating divisions, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our Executive Officer, Commander Huth. Please remain seated until your graduates have been placed on liberty. Please join me in one more round of appreciation for our wonderful musicians of Navy Band Great Lakes. Flags. Post. Section leaders, fall out and retrieve outer garments. Midway Ceremonial Drill Hall will be closing at the conclusion of today's graduation. Please check the area around you to ensure you have all your possessions. For those families with strollers, please retrieve them as you exit the drill hall. Thanks again to each and every one of you for joining us on this most memorable of Navy days. And without further delay, now hear this, Liberty Call, Liberty Call, far out.